It's your girl, Nayel. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for tuning in. As you all can see, my face is beat down to the gods. I have a special guest in here today who just beat me down. Without further ado, we have Ms.Kazumi Brown. Tell them hey, tell them hey.
Hey, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I really appreciate it so much for being my first guest. When I called her, she didn't hesitate to come, and I'm very thankful for that. So thank you again.
Thanks for having me.
So tell my audience a little about yourself. Where you from?
Well, I'm Kazumi. I'm originally from Baltimore. I am a professional makeup artist. I've been in the game for 22 years. I've been in the game for 22 years, and I'm just constantly building my brand, striving for better, for more.
What made you fall in love with makeup?
Honestly, going to the mall with my mother and passing the MAC counter. Back in the days, MAC used to be like the place to work. Like what Instagram is now is what MAC was back then. So that really inspired me to be a makeup artist.
So did you get the opportunity to work at MAC?
I actually did. I worked with MAC on and off for 7 years.
In 7 years?
Yeah. I started out in the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia area. And I worked for them in LA and also in Miami.
So did you get training with them or did you train somewhere else?
I started out with training with MAC. All of the brands, they train you. So they trained me, and then I moved to LA and I went to school for film, television, special effects.
What school did you attend?
It's called Elegance Academy of Makeup Artistry on Hollywood and Highland.
They taught you very well, as you all can see my beautiful face. I know. So how many years have you been doing makeup?
I've been doing makeup since 1997.
What?
Since 1997. So y'all do the math. I'm not going to do the math for you. I did it earlier. If you were really paying attention, then you know how long I've been.
Do you remember your first client?
I honestly, no, I don't. I don't remember my first client. I started out at the MAC counter in Tyson's Corner.
Okay.
A big mall in Virginia, and they just threw me out there. It was like,
was it nerve-wracking?
You have an appointment today, and you could not tell them who you wanted to do and who you didn't want to do. You just had to do it.
Okay.
So that was my first experience really in retail, working with brands, help servicing women, everyday women coming to the counter.
So was that first time nerve-wracking for you, or it came natural?
It was a little nerve-wracking, just more so being overwhelmed by the product. So color matching, people's foundations, things like that. Certain things you're only going to know once you start doing it. You have to practice it to get better.
Okay, so I know you've been in the game for a while, and I know there's a lot of up-and-coming makeup artists. How do you feel about the ones back then versus today?
I feel like the ones of 2000, the artists of 2019 are go-getters. Okay. I feel like
I agree.
Back in the day, we had more fear. We had a system. Like it was a process. Okay, so I'm going to go to the mall. I'm going to apply for a position. I'm going to get experience. And, then I'm going to do bridal parties. And, now they just develop their Instagram pages and boom.
So it's more easier for you to be known today doing it than it was back then.
Most definitely. Okay, when I told my family that I wanted to be a makeup artist,
looked at you crazy.
They were like, what? You better go get a job. You going to school or you getting out. So I had to move out my mother's house because they didn't understand.
Right.
Because they just had no understanding for it. They didn't think. And now I probably make the most money in my family.
Right.
So, now it's a respected industry. Back then it was kind of sort of taboo. People knew of cosmetology, like hairstylists, but makeup artistry wasn't really big.
Right. So what has been your biggest motivation despite the fact that your family didn't support you as much?
I just never saw myself as being ordinary. Like, I never saw myself staying in Baltimore. I wanted to once I achieved working for Mac, I wanted to go straight for the celebrities. So I just always put another challenge on myself, every level that I got to.
Right. So you mentioned that you used to work with Mac. Is that your go-to product today, or do you have a favorite brand?
I don't really have a favorite brand. I still use a lot of Mac because that's what I was trained on. But the company has changed. It's been sold since the original owners. So some of the products is different from as far as the payoff of the product. And now like you have people who are developing their cosmetic lines and they're just as good. Like back in the day, it was if you weren't using Mac, now it's like makeup artists will try anything now. We'll use any brand. If it's good, we'll stick with it.
So how do you feel about the quality of the older makeup brands versus the ones today, like Kylie Jenner and Fenty?
As far as product, I kind of feel like it's still the same because back in the days, it used to be good stuff and it used to be stuff that was like not good. So it's the same. It's like some products are, some are better than others, but I feel like everybody's perfecting it better as far as the payoff. You don't have to go to elite cosmetic lines like brands that have been around forever to have a good product.
Right. Yeah. So you mentioned that after Mac, you decided to go chase the celebrities pretty much.
Yeah.
So do you have a favorite celebrity that you worked with, or did you really achieve that part in your life yet?
I had an opportunity to work with a lot of people in Hollywood, a lot of directors, producers. I've keyed television shows. So I really kind of feel like I did it at a time where it was, if you were in that realm, you were plugged in. Like it wasn't, back then it wasn't like how it is now where people could just put a status on Instagram and you could DM them that you wanted to do their makeup. You had to really know someone. So it felt more privileged.
It was exclusive back then versus
exclusive.
Today. Oh, okay.
But I worked with a lot of fun people. I worked with rock stars who I had no idea who they were. Right. I've worked with athletes. I worked in the music industry for major record labels, Def Jam, Atlantic Records. So I've had a variety.
So you're like the OG career. Of this.
I guess you could.
So, okay, do you have a favorite celebrity that you haven't worked with yet that you wish you could work with?
I kind of feel like I'm gonna go with Queen Latifah. I know that she's maybe not the most popular person right now, but she's someone that I had always wanted to work with. And I actually ran into her at a Super Bowl one year in Tampa. And I told her in the bathroom that one day I'm going to do your makeup. But I just feel like she has a really good face. And she's transitioned and crossed over.
Which company had her on their product?
Was it Maybelline? She had her own line. Okay, I feel like it was Maybelline. But it was around that time. I just think that she would be like one of the ultimate clients to work with.
Okay. So we all know there's a lot of up-and-coming makeup artists today. Do you have any advice for those heading down your path in life?
Girl, I feel like nowadays they can give me advice. This generation, the millennials there, they just go for it. And I just want you to know, guys, that there is no system. Like, you don't have to follow a certain course to become what you want to become in makeup artistry. There's so many different avenues that they can go in. You can go in with celebrities, or you can make everyday women feel like a celebrity. And that's more what I found that my passion I feel more appreciated in that area. So just know which direction you want to go in with makeup and go for it.
So being that you're well knowledged, are you working on any projects, classes?
For 2020, I will be stepping out on faith and getting into education. I feel like 22 years of knowledge, it's time for me to start to teach. And because there is still a way to do makeup. There is still an etiquette that you may not know if you just look on, social media for it. It's some things that I learned in the past that follow me today. And I feel like that's what kind of helped me stand aside from other, from like newer artists. So I would say education 2020.
Do you have a date yet, or a month, a time frame?
I'm looking at the beginning of the year, mid-February, and I'll start.
You guys hear that? Stay tuned.
Please do. Another big thing that I'm working on in 2020 is my own cosmetic brand.
Woo! Do you have a name yet?
Yes, I do. It's Cosmetics by Kazumi Brown. And the site and everything will be up. Thank you so much. Because I do love products. And that's kind of like where I came from. So, I don't want to be standing behind that chair for the rest of my life.
What would be a part of it? Like what type of products?
I really want to focus on a full line, foundation, concealer, powders, everything, lips. So it's going to be a full line.
I can't wait to see it.
You'll be the first. I'll give you some.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Wait, do you have anything else you want to say?
I'm going to have a baby in 2020, guys. I'm having a baby in 2020.
Really? Oh, okay. I'm like, she pregnant. I'm like, she pregnant. Claim it, sis. Claim it. Okay, so we have a special surprise. Again, my face is beat down. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Well, I mean, it's not like it was hard. She's a pretty girl.
How do you feel about the diversity in the makeup community, being that there's so many Black women today that get opportunities versus back in the days?
I feel like everyone, I really don't feel like it's a black and white thing. I feel like it's how you utilize your social media, the tools that you have. Because, I mean, Super Scent, she made $1 million in a day. And she's not even a makeup artist, So I feel like you have to be proactive. Like there is opportunity for Black women to make six figures for sure in this craft. And there's opportunity to become a millionaire in this craft. It's just how you utilize your marketing and branding.
Okay, so before we show you guys the transformation video, we're going to play a little game called Would You Rather. So I'm going to ask you, celebrity versus celebrity, whose makeup would you rather do? Ready?
Ready.
You sure you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So first one, Rihanna versus Beyonce.
The Beehive is going to come for me. Y'all coming for me. Rihanna, though.
Rihanna, why?
I feel like Rihanna is such a vibe and a trendsetter when it comes to fashion and giving looks. I just would love to work with her.
You don't feel like both of them are, though?
Rihanna is more take risk type. I feel like B is more safe.
Okay.
Like she knows what works for her and that's what she does.
Okay.
Rihanna is gonna like, okay, put a black stripe.
Right.
Face,
just let's do this.
Not that Beyonce wouldn't, but I just feel like trendy wise and fashion wise, she would really get a good look.
Okay. Next one. Cash Doll versus Megan Thee Stallion.
I'm gonna say Megan Thee Stallion. Cause she hot right now. Well, both of them hot right now, but I mean, I don't know.
Okay. Kim Kardashian versus Kylie.
Kylie.
Why?
Because I love Kim, but Kylie is gonna bring that young, fresh, vibrant vibe, like baby Kim. So I'm gonna say Kylie.
Halle Berry versus Jada.
Y'all know what I'm gonna say. Who am I gonna say? Just answer the question, please.
I think you're going to say Halle Berry.
No.
Jada.
Why?
Baltimore all day. That's my Baltimore sister, so I would be Jada. I would choose Jada over Halle. I'm sorry. I've never met
her. Okay. Next one. This is a model category. Naomi Campbell versus Tyra Banks.
Naomi Campbell. She's bad. She's super bad.
Super bad.
She's super bad. I love her. She's an icon. I would love to work with her.
Okay. The last one. This is a male category. Idris Elba or Morris Chestnut?
Idris Elba.
Why? Okay, before you respond, how did you determine your response?
Well, I mean, who's the finest to me? I'm going to go with that. I mean, Morris Chestnut is fine too, but I mean, both of them eye candy at work. I mean, so I'll just flip a coin on them. I'll flip a coin on them.
Okay. Do you have any makeup tips for us today?
Yes, I would always recommend that you apply makeup on fresh, clean skin. Moisturizer is very important because you don't want to block your pores. So,
okay. I thought moisturizer blocks your pores.
No.
Okay. I was wrong all this time.
Moisturizer protects your skin.
Okay.
And if you can get one with the SPF, that would be great. And also, removing the makeup. You need to make sure that you have a makeup remover, an eye makeup remover specifically for the eye area, because that's going to not make sure that your skin is not clogged. You can wear makeup every day if you're removing it properly and applying it with the right base. So that's how you get the best result.
Okay. Before we leave today, I would love for you to share any positive words of encouragement for anyone, even if they're not in the makeup industry. Just something positive that you can leave with us here today.
I feel that you should always try to be positive in any situation and have faith, especially in this field. I always used to say that I operate as a makeup artist, I operate off of faith because I don't know when the next client is going to call me. So just try to remain positive in everything that you're trying to pursue for a positive outcome.
So I remember in the beginning of this conversation, you mentioned that your family wasn't very supportive of you back then. Are they supportive of you today?
Yes. They
love what you do.
They are. Like, I prove myself to them.
Okay.
I just stayed perseverance. You know, I just continued on regardless of what anybody said. That's the whole thing with the staying positive. And it'll happen. And then you'll make all the naysayers believers.
So you pretty much showed them that it's okay to be an entrepreneur. Like, not everybody has to go get a 9-to-5 job. It's okay. Right.
I didn't feel like I was the college type.
Okay.
I tried it. It wasn't for me. And I just knew that this is what my passion was. The beauty industry was my passion. Hair, nails, makeup, skin. I loved it all. So you just have to, like, that voice came to me when I was a teenager. Some people, they don't know what they want to be in life, even at 30. You know, so I just thank God that I was ahead of the game, because this is the industry to be in right now. This is where the money is. This is where the freedom is. Like, this is the thing to do right now.
And to this day, you never lost your passion.
Never.
It's good. Well, I would love to say thank you again for coming. It meant so much to have you here today. Thank you so much. I love my makeup. Y'all know I'm going to emphasize this look.
So hopefully she's a new client.
Yes, I will be there. Before we leave, can you let the audience know how they can go about booking you and your social media names?
So my contact information is on my Instagram page, which is at Kazumi Brown, the artist. And there we'll have how you can book me.
Once again, thank you so much for coming here today. I really, really appreciate it, because you did not hesitate to come when I called you.
Very happy to be here.
Thank you. Thank you all for watching today. Make sure you guys tune in to next week's episode every Wednesday at 8:00 p.m. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe below right here, right now. We out.